welcome to another section of Jeff the Master Barber. On this edition, we're gonna be doing a passing out pass at number 3 on top, guard number 3, with a tight fade on the side. Really nice, skin tight, high fade. It's gonna be kind of high. This is what the client asked me, and this is what we're gonna do. The machine that we're using is the new senior cordless 5-star, and we're using the guard number 3. Like I said, the guard that we're using, the brand is Speed Zero Guide. It's a real good guard because it's true to the side, but what I like is compressed, and it has the metal piece that it will attach to the machine. It will not go away. It will stay real clip and tight. Definitely the tooth, they're like real. They have like more tooth than the other guards. That's what makes it more better. Right now what we're using is the Bolden. Is the magic clip, but I put the blade of the Bolden. The reason behind this is because the blade is a lot wider than the trimmer, than any trimmer pretty much. So it makes everything a lot faster to clean. Right now we're using the senior level open. That's the half right there with the level open, and we're gonna make that level right there. Just excuse me. It's almost 2 in the morning. I work all day, and I'm making this video, so I apologize. I'm trying to get it done. But yeah, now we jump into the 116. We're gonna take level semi-close. We're gonna take that level, the line that the half made. Now we open the level, and we're gonna go a little higher, and we're gonna go exactly with a shadow of the bulkness right there. That's a shadow right there. We're gonna switch the guard. Now we're going with number 1, and we're gonna pass it exactly where we see the shadow. At this point, the level is still semi-close. Now I close it completely and I pass it. We're gonna pass it a couple of times. Make sure you always brush the hair, because when you brush the hair, it will definitely help you to know if you have to pass it again, or if you already cut, and it can maintain everything nice and clean, so you can see if you need to pass it again. Right here, those long stroke, slowly, is just to get all the way up a little higher, but we do it, nice and slow and long strokes. But now we're back to the little strokes. Brush it. Make sure the level, open it, long stroke, and then pass it again. Then we close the level. We take the guards, no guard, level completely closed, and then we open a little bit to go in that area right there, right? And then we keep continue near where the line is. Now we close it completely, and we're gonna pass it right there in that area. Okay. I'm gonna continue passing it. Left to right, right to left. Open the lever, go a little higher, and we're gonna go up. The reason behind that is because, every time when you finish cleaning those lines, there's other stuff that is gonna pop out, like that right there in that area. Right now it's already gone, but what I was saying is that there was bulkiness in that section right there where I'm passing the machine right now. So right there, see, keep continue pass it as much as you can see, that that it's basically taking it. And then you're gonna use either whatever you have, the GTX, the detailers, outliner. In this case, I use this GTX because I modified it and I calibrate the blade. So it goes, basically, some people call it zero gap it and whatnot. Well, it goes a lot tighter. So That's why I'm passing it. I'm passing it like this, right? That's the first way the way that I pass it, and then this other way that I right here. I flip it, I turn around, and I flip it. The reason behind this is because it goes even tighter than than how we were doing it earlier. Okay, now we're gonna use the scissors over comb. All right, we're using the oyster. We're using the small teeth on the combs, and this you get the control of you know how much you want to take, and the blending, it comes a lot better without using the machine or the guard to kind of sacrifice to go a little higher. We're gonna go to the back and we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the side, which is go with the bolden. Now remember, the bolden is just it's just the blade. Then we're gonna go with the senior, and we're gonna take the line right away. You know, the level is gonna be semi-open, not completely open. Now it's open. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be. It's not gonna be pretty much level or lines, because I'm tackling it right away. You know, with the same blade. It's just different adjustment. Make sure you you use, give it a try. You do the level like that. Do the level little by little, and then open it, and then go from right to left, left to right. See, there's gonna be some lines at times. See, and some shadows. See, I open right there completely the half, but I tackle it and look at right away. It disappeared pretty much. And you still gotta go over a couple of times just to make sure there's no spots or shadows, like in this section right now that I'm about to pass. There's shadows right there, and for that I'm using the 116 level close. All right, level close, and I'm passing it in that area, drying everything, brushing everything, and then we keep passing it there. Right, we're gonna pass the clipper now with no guard, almost level close. Now I open it a little bit and I go higher. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be able to tell that once you clean everything on top, or you've been cleaning all the lines, there's gonna be more stuff that is gonna pop out. Just because the blending is coming better and better. So the transition, the blurriness is gonna show you if there's any dark spot, those shadow. So same thing right here. We could have gone all the way through, but I did it by section. The bolden, you could switch the blade. Instead of buying a bolden machine with a cable, and you want to be flexible, buy just the blade and put it into a your favorite cordless clipper. I could probably put it onto this machine, but I already have it, so I'll put on into the magic clip. So I stick with this. But what I do, I'm gonna put the magic clip blade on this machine, and I'm gonna make one of a kind machine. Right now we're using same technique that we did in the back and in the side. On the other side, we tackle right away with the semi half, then open half, then we go left to right, right to left, then we close the level right now, and we pass it in that area. We pass it a couple of times. Now we pass in the GTX. You know what I mean? We're gonna continue passing it, and the tighter you go, the lower you go too. Just keep that in mind too. Right there. Now we're gonna flip the trimmer, and we're just gonna go little by little. You know what I mean? If you really you could go all the way down through, but you don't want to risk your machine that you already took you to get it to hit right. You don't wanna sacrifice it. So basically, I'm gonna show you the technique that I use in order to take care of the rest of that hair in the bottom. But at the same time, we're using the scissors of a comb. The small teeth is just, it's acting like a 1/16. Now this is the technique. I'm using the Bolden, right? This is what I begin anyway. But notice that it's not completely tight compared to the GTX, obviously, right? And even though I could definitely get it a lot tighter, I'm just doing it real quick. So that's why I don't go tighter, because I'm doing it really quick and I'm not spending time on it. Why? Because look, because of this. Because I'm using the shaver, the electric shaver. If I know I'm gonna shave, why I'm gonna try to go down completely on the hair with the Bolden? You know what I mean? When I could do this, once I have it's pretty short like this, the hair, the shaver could definitely get it. You know what I mean? And I'm sure probably could get it like in the other side of the way it is. It's just gonna take a little longer for the shaver to get it. So then that's what I do. You know what I mean? Make sure I pass the Bolden just to get a little lower, you know. But then I don't have to sacrifice my GTX. But the GTX definitely help you to get another level, a level of tightness. Notice right there, you see the difference from the side, how it looks dark in the bottom, and then where I'm passing the Bolden. Notice I could definitely pass it really good, and it could come out really nice and tight. It's just I'm passing it really quick. But look, why I'm gonna pass it when I could pass the shaver, the electric shaver, and it's gonna definitely makes the tight really tight how I want it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no sense to keep passing it very well. As like I said earlier, as long as the machine don't have the shaver, the electric machine shaver doesn't have a hard time bringing it down or shaving it down. In this case, you can see in front of you guys, you know, going every angle, make sure it's right there. This machine is very good. I definitely like this electric shaver. One of the best investment that I've done. Same thing, we're gonna do the same thing in this side, on the bottom. Jeffrey, but I think that's the magic clip. The body's the magic clip. The blade is Bolden. I switch it, and you know the reason behind it, like I said, it's like a trimmer. The only thing is that you still at times have to if you pass it very well, definitely will clean really nice and tight. But in order to even get it more tighter, you're gonna still have to use the electric shaver. In this case, I'm using the Series 9 from Brown. I don't know how to pronounce the brand, but it's definitely this shaving machine is a home run. It hits very well, very flexible, very solid. You get for what you pay. The top of the head of the shaver is unbelievable. As you could tell, it's getting tighter, cleaner, and the fade is actually, you know what I mean, basically all nice and clean and ready. Now we're gonna use pump it up. This is what I like to use, the pump it up, especially when say that you have someone that had the hair real long and then they cut it short. There's some hairs that stick up. So with this, it frees the hair in place. So then when you add a little bit of heat from the blow dryer, it dries up a lot quicker. It will activate it and flat every hair possible. You know, so I go in the corners, on the side, wherever I see hair standing, I make sure I pass the brush, and that's what I do. So right now we're starting with the GTX right from the middle, and we're gonna work our way to the side. This particular client, he don't like it when they do the box out on the side. like normally the L, we only gonna use only the front line. That's it. That's what he likes. That's why he told me don't touch the side, just the top, just box out only just the line, the front line, not the side lines. So that's what we're gonna give to the guy, exactly what he has. And when you do that, you start right from the middle, and then you work little by little. You know what I mean? Left to right, right to left, and then you know step out, looking at from different angles, just to see how everything is coming. This is another technique that I use. Is the magic clip, the real magic clip, with the lever completely closed, and we're gonna go from the back to the front. And what this technique does is just it picks all the little hair left that are still standing. Right here, we're gonna use the Andy Slimline. I have them laying down because I'm a short guy, and plus I want my client to be relaxed. And so yeah, we're gonna shape up the beard. Before we shave, I'm gonna try. See, I get with the combs, I get all the hair, get it, stick out, get it right, and then pass the Andy Slimline. The Andy Slimline trimmer. These trimmers, they're very good, very light, and yet they don't get stuck, and yet when especially you pass it in this section, and you in a little rush and you want to basically to clean the hair that you're gonna be actually where you're gonna be shaving, but you clean those hair right there. These machines makes my life so much easier. If I pass the GTX, definitely they will get stuck. And then if you gotta do the inside of the goatee, or if you gotta do the mustache, on top of the mustache, you gotta clean the top of the mustache. It definitely helps. Very flexible. Also, these trimmers also helps with kids. It's very quiet, and if you set it, just enough, they hit pretty nice. But you know what I mean. It will not irritate the skin of the client unless if you like zero gap it. But right here, this one, they're not zero gap. They just they do their thing, but they won't irritate or cut or anything like that. Like leave a line of redness from being so sharp. But they could be sharp like that if you want to, but you don't want it. But like I was saying, I do this, just that right there, just shaping it. Even though you may like, oh, my trimmers here are better than that. That's cool. This is the shaving medicated cream that I use, and yeah, we're gonna add it up. Like I said, I let my trimmers, even if they don't hit as much as well, what gonna hit very well is me using the blade with the razor. That's where I'm gonna get all the definition and sharpness. You know what I mean? I don't want my machine to irritate the client's skin just because I wanted to get it that close. When at the end, if you're gonna be using the blade, the blade is gonna give the most sharpness and tightness. As you can tell, I'm using my Black Widow shape razor holder. I use the Dorco blades, and then in my left hand I'm holding the combs, just in case if I have to scrape some of the hair that I just shaved, then I do that. Also notice my left hand always stretching the skin. Notice too, I was shaving from up down, now up down up. Always shave like that, you know what I mean? Especially like in the side right now, right here, see, shave from up down, right? And the reason is you want to take it little by little. You don't want to take it right away from the bottom, especially for clients tend to bleed when you're shaving the first time. And you know what I mean, like not that you don't the shave, it's that some clients you don't know if they're very sensitive of like, they could be, you could think you could do everything. You could put the hot towel, you could put whatever with shaving the cream, And there's clients that they're gonna, regardless if you shave them from down up right away, they're gonna bleed. See what I mean? Down up is like right here, the opposite way. The reason why is that is because you're getting it from the root, all the way from the root, getting it stripped, getting it up. So you want to first see from up, down, and then down, up. That's how you get it real nice, so it won't irritate or bleed. You know, I'm gonna show you right here. See, and the side is normal, just like I type out how I did. And notice over here is, you know, from up, down. Always stretch the skin. That's another thing. Make sure you always stretch the skin. Stretching the skin, it makes the blade to glide a lot better. You know what I mean? A lot better, and it will lift this. If there's some hair, that will lift up. It will lift it up, so the blade could get it a lot better too. Then we shave from the bottom all the way up, so that's where you could get all the roots. Really, you know, you could get a lot tighter. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna bleed because you're doing it little by little. You know, there's some clients that you could do it. There's some clients that you could do you know, shave it from bottom up right away, but not all of them. Most of the time, if you do that like this from the get-go, it's gonna bleed. So right now we're using the magic clip and with the level close, and what I'm doing right now, I'm grooming it. I'm grooming it out. What do you mean grooming it out? Well, I'm passing it into a way that it's some hairs that are longer than others and standing, and instead of you know, he don't want me to bring down the beard. He want to keep it dark, but want me to groom it out, and this is how I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like with the blade, not zero gap, but close completely. I'm gliding it right on top of the beard. Then when I did that, we're gonna pass a couple of more times. The shaving cream, the medicated shaving cream, after like 2-3 minutes, once it keep drying and it keep drying, it definitely will activate more, especially when you put on a brand new blade, and it will make that like that white dust, and that white dust mean that it's the cream that is already dry, plus the black dead skin of that, and pass it in the same place, obviously. But right here we're doing exactly what we did on the other side. See how I'm gliding on top, you know, getting those little hair, whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, the reason why I leave the white dust when I'm shaving, it's because I use it like a defense line. It let me know that I already passed it right, that, you know, I don't need to pass it there again. We're going to fade it a little bit, just tiny, right here. You don't want it to go too dark. So we just faded that right there. We continue to, chop it out, make sure, groom it out, hairs that are standing and whatnot. And we're going to pass it. We're going to pass it right there too. Okay. Now we're gonna pass the blade again, and this is what I was actually saying earlier. You see, once the shaving cream dry, you're gonna see like right where the blade is passing, where I'm passing the blade. It's like a little dusty, but I like that because it give me a sense of sharpness that I already, you know what I mean, like I already passed it there. Look, I haven't passed it, and then you're gonna see that once I finish passing it. Well, I didn't finish the video to show you that I did pass it, and it left a little dusty of the cream. But right here, same thing again. Watch, when you pass it, you don't see no dusty, no shaving cream dusty, all the dead skin. Whatever people say, no, that's dead skin, dead cells. When you pass a blade, you scraping the blade, the skin, and that's what happened. It's a combination of both. The dry shaving gel switching the blade, and also the dead particles of the skin. But yeah, right here, always remember, use your left hand to tighten the skin, to hold the screen, to stretch the screen. Okay. Now, just like in the other side, we're gonna do the little fade in into the beard right there, so we don't look so dark right away. We put in some elegance gel. It was Friday, and yeah, you know, it was starting to get I was starting to get a lot of people, my clients. This is before the haircut. This is how he did look before the haircut. He told me, well, I'm gonna cut it today, the top, past number 3, and do the nice tight fade like you do, he said. So I'm like, okay, perfect. I've been cutting his hair for, I said, about almost 12 years. Yeah, he's a good loyal client so far. You know what I mean? It's every Friday he come through. He likes to keep himself fresh. You know what I mean, man? He likes to look fresh. But yeah, thank you for tuning. Hope you like it. Subscribe and share it. Sincerely, Jeff.